Yo YouTube, what's happening? I got another battle for you guys over here against my boy Anthony. I did this just the other day. It was a really good fight. It was a really long one actually, and his things, they're not that strong. I thought they was going to be stronger, but I don't think this man maxed out. So you're going to see me kind of killing his things a little easily. But if you see my team over here, I got my special defensive wall Kyogre over here, and I got my defensive wall Furfrou over here. And I thought his Scizor and his Gyarados were actually going to be a lot more of a pain to kill than they actually were, because I thought he was going to have a Mega Scizor over here, but he didn't have the Mega Scizor, so that thing wasn't too much of a problem. The Mewtwo over there I knew was going to be a problem, so I kind of dealt with that thing in a different kind of way. And the Gyarados I thought was going to be a big pain too. So he had a pretty scary looking team over there. So I'll get to the fight so you guys can see what happened in this junk. And again, for the Mario Kart 7 guys, I'd like for you guys to comment in the description so I can know what you guys want to do on that. Otherwise, I just won't do any of that Mario Kart 7 until I know what you guys want. I'll just start uploading Pokemon videos because I know that you guys like that. So let's move right into the battle. So I spent some time trying to find some battles I can do, and I finally found out that my man Anthony wanted to fight. So I got into this fight, and he starts out with his Gyarados, and I start out with my boy Yanmega, and I already know that this isn't going to be a good fight. So I'm going to have to swap out here. And he's got that Intimidate, but it really doesn't affect Yanmega that much. But I already know that that man's just going to not be a good setup for my man Yanmega. So I sent out my boy Bravery. And if you guys are wondering about the name R.I.P. Yanmega, that name is because I was going to have a man shiny my Yanmega for me. But that man scammed me and he took it. So that's my R.I.P. Yanmega to remember that man. So I sent out my man Bravery, and I used the Brave Bird on this man, and it almost kills him in one shot. But this man lives, and he uses Aqua Tail. But I take that pretty easily. And I just used the U-turn because I don't want Bravery to take any more damage or use Superpower to get that attack drop. So I just used the U-turn so I can have a clean switch out. And so my man Bravery, he can fight later on in the fight. And I knew that U-turn was going to take him out just enough for him to be dead. So I go out and I switch it to my man Kyogre over here because I don't know who he's going to send in next. And I just want a defensive wall out to take any hit so I know what's going to come out. And I know what I want to do then. So he sends out his man Mewtwo. And I'm like, well, you know, this isn't probably the best setup for this. And I know that I can send in somebody else that'll actually kill this man. So I switch out my man Kyogre and I send out my man R.I.P. Yanmega. And this man is going to Mega Evolve in this fight. And after I switched in, and it ended up not being a really good switch. And this man just going to take me out with the Thunderbolt. But I thought that this man was going to be an attacker. So I was like, my man Yanmega, he can take anything that he throws at me. But this man was carrying the Thunderbolt, and I'm just like, you know, shit. So my Yanmega is taken out, so I was like, well, that was a bad play. But, you know, that was it was a good move on his part. And I send in Bravery, and, you know, I thought that Bravery might have been faster than this man. But, you know, this man's speed is try-hard as heck. So I had two bad decisions there, and I lost two of my Pokies. But, you know, it's all good. It's tons of ways that I can come back in this fight. So I go out and send out my man Kyogre. So I'm like, you know, you got the special attack. I'm about to take them hits and eat them boys up. He uses that Thunderbolt, and Kyogre eats that junk up real nice. I use Hydro Pump, and my Kyogre, he does not have any EVs for attacking and a special attack. But this man takes out that man in one shot. You know, I'm like, oh, man. I was upset that I sent in those other boys to take them hits, and you know, I could have still had them later on in the fight, but it's all good. So this man sends out his Scizor, and he's gonna sit there and use the Bullet Punch, and I'm just like, you know, yeah, Kyogre, he gonna eat that junk up. So I'm just trying to stall this man out a little bit, see what I kind of want to do. So I just go here and use that. And I'm going to get my HP back up a little bit because I don't want to use the rest yet because I want my HP to be a little bit lower before I use some turns trying to rest up my man Kyogre over here. And this man really, he can't do anything to me. But, you know, I got somebody to take this man out. So I'm like, you know what, I'm not just going to sit here. About to send out my boy Rapidash over here. And he's just going to go over here and he's just going to use the Grass Knot over here. But that junk ain't going to do nothing. Excuse me, I mean X Scissor. And Rapidash, he just about to eat that junk up all day. You know, I lost my air balloon, but he don't got nothing to take that man out. So he gonna switch out And he's going to switch it to his man Flygon. And I'm like, you know what? Flygon, he ain't nothing much to deal with, but my man Rapidash, she ain't going to be able to do nothing. And he's probably going to be carrying the Earthquake. And I know that that man's about to die to that junk. So, you know, I got to switch out. And I send out my man Kyogre again. Oh, excuse me. I send out Pebbles. This is my defensive wall, so I send out you. And it's actually like a special attacker. And I know that Flygon is actually an attacker. So I was quite surprised that this man was carrying the Earth Power. And I was like, well, you know, Pebbles, you know, you can eat them boys up. And this man switches out. And, you know, I'm just going to sit here and just cotton guard up and get my defense up. And then he sends out his man Rhyperior. And this thing is a defensive wall attack. So I know my headbutt, it ain't going to do nothing. So, you know, I'm kind of forced to switch out here, too. So, I just got to send out my man Kyogre. And, you know, Rhyperior, it ain't that bad of a Pokemon, you know. But he can't really do much to my Kyogre sitting here. And with this Drizzle, you know, it's going to kind of scare him to actually switch out. Because, you know, with this rain, it powers up my moves. And he's going to use the Brick Break. And that junk ain't going to do much to me because, you know, Kyogre, he actually got some decent defense too. But I didn't give him any EV, so I was actually surprised that he took that quite that well. So he's going to switch out his Rhyperior because he's kind of forced to because he can't really do nothing. And he's going to send out his man Scissor. And I was like, well, I could swap into Rapidash, but I already know that this rain, it ain't going to do much. So, you know, I'm just going to sit here and stall this thing out and just use Water Veil. Get my HP back up as high as I can. And, you know, I'm just going to sit here and wait this man out. But this man just stays in. And he's just going to use up with the Bullet Punch. You know, I know you probably just going to stay in. So, you know, I just went for the Hydro Pump. I didn't think that it was going to kill him. But this thing just gets demolished. That man dies in one shot. And I'm like, you know, Kyogre, you doing the work out here. I didn't think he was actually going to kill a lot of stuff. Because his attack and EVs, they kind of suck. And his special attack is like... It's like 196 and I gave all of his EVs the HP and special attacks. So, you know, I was surprised when that man did that. And he's going to send in his Dragonite over here and he's going to set up with the Toxic. And, you know, I was like, you know, I'm surprised that this man was actually carrying Toxic. But I'm just going to go with the Thunder here because, you know, I know that Kyogre can pretty much eat up a lot of shots this man can do. But, you know, Thunder, it didn't do as much as I thought it would. So, I mean, I thought this man was like a dragon flying and that Thunder would do like a lot more damage, but it really didn't do much at all. So I'm just sitting here taking some toxic damage, which I ain't too worried about right now. But I know that it's going to be building up pretty sooner or later, but you know, this man can't do anything to me right now. But you know, he uses that Dragon Rush and he does a lot, and then he gets the flinch, and I was just like, you know, come on, Kyogre, you just falling apart over here. So this man, I kind of need to use a rest. But, you know, I know that Toxic is building up and I don't want to die to it. So I'm kind of forced to switch out here. I'm just going to switch out into my boy Furfrou. And he's going to be eating up these hits from this Dragonite. I was trying to really see what the type of moveset this man was having here. But, you know, all I saw him doing was the Dragon Rush. And I know that Furfrou was going to eat them boys up. So he eats up that Dragon Rush quite nicely, and I'm just going to sit here and cotton guard, make my defenses higher so this man can't really do much, but he going to use the Toxic again. I was just like, you know, I don't see much people running Toxic on a Dragonite, and you know how much I hate that move, so, you know, I'm just sitting here, I'm going to cotton guard, and eventually this man ain't going to be able to do shit to me because my defense is up, plus that cut in half ability, that fur coat. This man, you should use this man more often. I don't see Furfrou used a lot online, but you guys should try this man out. This man got them good defensive EVs. And he's going to try to be a tryhard with that Hurricane, but you know, that move has the worst accuracy in the world. And you know, I just try to do the much damage as I can with the Headbutt, because I mean, he don't have much attack at all. All I got on this man for attack is Sucker Punch and Headbutt. And, you know, those things are just for quick follows. But this man really can't do anything to me, so he's kind of forced to switch out. And he's going to go into his man Rhyperior over here, because this man, he can bring the power. And, you know, my Headbutts ain't going to do much to that man anyways, but, you know, I'm just kind of sitting here, you know, I don't really know what I want to do right now, but, you know, I kind of switch out. Because this toxic damage is building up on my boy Furfrou over here, and I can't have this man dying to that Rhyperior. So I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to send in my man Kyogre, because I'm like, you know, Kyogre, it don't matter if you die right now, because I already know that I kind of got this win in the bag. Because I have my man Greninja over there. And, you know, I didn't really have a clean switch to switch him in. Because if I switched him in right there, that man would have died to the brick break. So I'm like, Kyogre, you're the best man to lose right now. You know, you did good, so I'm happy with his performance. So now I get to send in my man Greninja with the clean switch, Rain Dance still going, and he's forced to switch out because this man is faster and he'll obliterate his life. So he's going to send in his Dragonite over here, but I thought he was going to actually leave his boy in there, so I used the Scald over here, and that's going to do a lot to that Dragonite, but it's not going to kill him. I was quite disappointed. But I'm also going to get the Burn, which, you know, I was like, man, this is kind of, that's gay. And I was thinking about switching the Scald to Hydro Pump, but I just haven't done that junk yet. And I don't know I don't think that man think that I was running the Ice Beam on this man. So I ran that Ice Beam and I took that man out real quick. And now at this point, there isn't much that this man can really do to me because all he's got left is Flygon and Rhyperior. And the match at this point was pretty much over, and I think he kind of knew that much too. So he just sent to this man Rhyperior, hoping that that man would live the Scald. But with that Rain Dance going, it ain't gonna survive. That man just gets obliterated, as you see over there. That man just got... I ain't seen that HP go down so fast in my life, ho. That man is down, and then he's gonna send in his man Flygon. I'm just gonna take that man out with the Ice Beam real quick, and that's gonna be the end of the fight. So, it was a pretty good, nice match over here. He did good, but, you know, I was expecting this team to be actually a little bit harder to actually fight than it actually was. I was expecting it to be a pretty long, drawn-out fight, but it wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. So, it was a good fight. Hope you guys enjoyed that fight. Leave a like, comment about that Mario Kart 7, please, guys. I want to know what you guys think about that so I can get some more videos out to you. I'll get some more Pokemon battles to you guys coming out soon. Some more coming out this week after this fight right here. And if you haven't subscribed to us yet, you should subscribe right now because we're going to have a lot of good content coming out to you guys. So please, guys, leave a like. We like that. Comment and subscribe to the channel. Peace out.